Water rides have been a staple of the theme park experience for a while. Some good, some not so good, all get you drenched. Today, we will be looking at my top 10 water rides that I have been on. Keep in mind there are lots more water rides out there that could easily slide into my top 10, but for now, this is my list of my favorite water rides. One more thing, I will be qualifying a water ride if the main draw of the attraction is getting you wet. This means you won't be seeing any rides like Pirates of the Caribbean because I feel like it's not the main focus of the ride, even though there are drops. Compare this to Jurassic Park River Adventure, where the drop is right there drawing guests in. Now that we have all that out of the way, let's get right into it. Not the best version of this ride, but the only one I've ridden. This is kind of just one I added because I didn't have any other top 10 worthy rides, but the top 10 just sounds better than top 8 or top 7. This is a pretty new ride and the only water ride I rode while I was at this park. This is the first launched log flume in the world. In the end, it's kind of just a gimmick, but overall still cool. Apart from that launch, it also has a pretty good drop with an airtime hill. I was excited to get on this and it was a really fun ride. If you want to see more on it, check out my vlog from SeaWorld San Antonio. Knott is one of my favorite parks that I have ever been to. This Rapids ride has a lot of good theming and fits in with the ghost town. You will pass by some animatronic figures, animals, and a surprise finale that I always look forward to. Grizzly River Run has always been one of my favorite water rides. It has some amazing theming and, in my opinion, it has been one of the best sections of the park. This ride has 2 drops and some great rock work. My only complaint is I feel like this ride could have deserved some sort of animatronic or something to take this ride to the next level. This quite possibly could be the best river rapids in the world. It has amazing theming in Toon Lagoon's cartoony style and also does what a water ride is supposed to do best, get you soaked. This is easily the wettest you will get out of any ride in Florida and possibly even the world. This is truly an incredible attraction. It has such good pacing and the build-up before one of the best drops on this list. However, it has seen better days. I also think that the original Jurassic Park ride in Hollywood was the stronger ride to begin with. Universal needs to give this ride some love. It is kind of in a hard spot because Velocicoaster, whether you want to retheme it to Jurassic World or just keep it themed to Jurassic Park and give it a renovation. But with all that being said, in my opinion, it is still one of the greatest theme park attractions ever built. Speaking of this ride, I got a chance to ride it for the first time and I think it's a massive upgrade. The new Indominus Rex animatronics are incredible. The Mosasaurus scene is great and it feels all fresh and new. I have a few issues with the pacing of the ride and some other small things, but overall I feel like it's an incredible attraction. I will say if it was opening day and everything was working correctly, I would prefer the Jurassic Park version. As you can tell by this list, Islands of Adventure has a ton of great water rides to offer. This is the second on this list in Toon Lagoon and what I would consider one of the most underrated rides at Universal. It is incredibly well themed with lots of gags and funny scenes. Ripsaw Falls has an amazing final drop, and I honestly think it isn't too far off Splash Mountain, besides factors like nostalgia. Going back to Knott's Berry Farm, if you weren't a theme park enthusiast or something like that, you may overlook this attraction. It was probably the first logged flume themed to this scale. This ride opened before Splash Mountain 2 decades before. Splash Mountain took a ton of inspiration from this ride, and you can tell. The ride itself has a lot of animatronics and great dark ride sections. There's one drop in the dark, and then you also have that final finale drop. This ride has quickly become one of my favorite attractions I've been on, and has so much charm and history. To this day, it is still an amazing ride. One more plus is that it has a Halloween overlay that actually includes a new soundtrack and theming. I've been on the Disneyland and Magic Kingdom version. I know now that Tiana's Bayou Adventure is completed, at least at Magic Kingdom, but I have not gotten to ride it yet. My brief thoughts that are it seems to be pretty good and a worthy replacement, but I'll still have to wait until I can actually get to ride it for myself. But for Splash Mountain, I don't even know what to say. It's an incredible attraction containing lots of animatronics and lively scenes. The story is pretty easy to follow along, with the tension that it builds up at the end is really good. Overall, an amazing attraction, elevated even more by the nostalgia to make for my favorite water ride in the world. That's going to have to do it for today's video. This took longer than I expected, so if you enjoyed, a like or comment is really appreciated. Subscribe for more content. I am relatively new to this YouTube thing, but I appreciate the support reaching 100 subscribers, and I hope I continue to grow. So go subscribe for more consistent and higher quality videos.